Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. I just got back from New Orleans from our business summit. It was extraordinary. I also stopped by FraserNet, and that was pretty awesome. And I have a couple of days in Chicago. Then I actually go to Scotland. Haven't been to Scotland before, but I look forward to it. It's going to be an interesting experience. But I wanted to update you guys on the Black Financial Channel about what's going on with the market and the trade war. There's some very good news that I just, sort of analyzed in Bloomberg. Apparently, Donald Trump has agreed to suspend tariffs against the Chinese pending further talks in the trade war. This is really important because it shows that progress is being made. Any sign of progress, even no matter how scant it may be, is good for the market. And this is really nice because now you're going to probably, most likely, I'm expecting to see, a bump in your portfolio come Monday. Right now, the market's shut down, but in terms of what the futures market is saying, it's saying very good things. So this is exciting for me. I'm a sports fan, so in a way, you can compare it to, imagine you're in a basketball game and your star player, your two star players are out of the game. And you're just, let's say you got to rest them or they have to go to the locker room because they might be injured. Well, you're hoping that you won't lose the game. You're hoping that you can at least remain competitive, right? So imagine if your backup players go in the game and they just do a great job. Like you start actually winning. You actually go up by 5 or 10 points with your backup players. And then your two star players come back. That's the equivalent of what's happening with the market right now. When the trade war began, most of your portfolios probably took a body slam. I know mine did. But to Trump's credit, the market's been pretty resilient. I don't know how much credit he can take for this, but if presidents are going to take credit for the stock market, if Obama could take credit for it, I guess Trump can too. And the market's been doing really well. The last couple of weeks. In fact, June was the best month that the stock market has had. The best June. It's the best June ever, or in the last, I think 60 years. So it's the best June since 1955. So this has been an amazing time. And so, but we were working in a time where I thought we were going to take a major hit, right? So I'm like, I thought we were going to get our butts kicked, and here we are. The market's just shooting through the roof. And then the star players come in, meaning that now they're making real progress on the trade talks. So if the market was improving when the trade talks were breaking down, the fact that the trade talks are now moving forward is very, very good news for all investors. And I hope you're investing consistently, like we talked about. Money's literally being made just by owning the stock, and the price is going up. The other thing is, there's one little point that crossed my mind. You have to excuse me, guys. I'm watching for my luggage. They're taking forever, so I thought I would talk to you real quick while I wait for the luggage. There's a debate about, who pays the cost when tariffs are imposed on China. Tariffs, they make sense from a nationalist standpoint in the sense that you are being protectionist of the economy. There's some benefits in that you might create more jobs domestically potentially if you structure the tariffs in the right way. But then there are people who also say that, well, tariffs cause, when you put tariffs on a country, it causes them to retaliate. And then so whatever you think you gain, by imposing the tariffs, you're going to lose because they're going to impose tariffs, right? So it's kind of like, I might think I'm winning the fight because I punch you, but then when you punch me back, we're both very bloody, right? So I'm not a real big fan of tariffs, but at the same time, the U.S. economy doesn't have enough protection. A lot of the growth that's happened in this economy has actually been skewed. It's been skewed toward wealthy people who are more likely to own stocks. It's been skewed towards stockholders and also maybe landowners and business owners, right? That's why I keep telling you guys about the big three in wealth building. Owning a business, investing in stocks, and investing in real estate. But where am I going with this? Well, there's the debate about, well, if Trump imposes the tariff, who pays the tariffs? Now, Trump has been stating publicly that the Chinese are paying the tariffs and that he loves it because he's getting all this money from the Chinese paying these tariffs, and we're collecting billions of dollars a day and we love it. And that's not correct. That's probably a statement that he uses for his his backwoods supporters who don't understand how economics works. It's not like China's paying a tax to the United States government. That's just not true. However, It is correct in one way. A tariff is a tax on China in the sense that when you impose a tariff on Chinese goods, it makes their goods less competitive. So they lose because their exports will go down. Their exports to the United States go down. So they have to find other places to export. So it's almost like it's almost like if you're looking for a job and somebody puts a requirement that any company that hires you is going to have to pay you 25% more than they would pay other people with equivalent skill. It's going to be harder for you to find a job, right? Because other people who have the same skill are going to charge a lot less, right? So ultimately, the higher tariff on China is going to make Chinese goods less competitive, which will simply, which won't necessarily. I mean, people think, oh, well, this transfers to hurting the American consumers. They're going to pay higher prices, and there's some argument or there's some evidence to justify that. But what it really does is it just kind of makes Chinese goods less competitive, which means consumers are just going to buy from somebody else. So, maybe, you've got a market where you've got a French company that's doing really well, a Chinese company competing against an American company. Well, the Chinese company gets the tariff imposed, so it's difficult for them to play. They're kind of crippled now. Well, maybe now people go buy from the French company, or maybe they go buy from the American company. But because there's less competition, there's evidence to say that prices do go up a little bit. They do, but this whole narrative of it just sort of being just unbelievably damaging to the American consumer and that there's no benefit at all is not true either. Economics is all about cause and effect, and so a lot of times when there's something bad that happens, there's usually something good that may happen somewhere else that balances what happened that's bad. And really, whether you like it or don't like it depends on which part of the economy you're located in. So I know that may be a crazy explanation, but I just want to kind of help you guys understand that everything the media says about Trump isn't true, but a lot of what Trump says about himself isn't true either. And so at the end of the day, you want to just kind of know the truth. So anyway, I'm out of here, guys. If you're not watching this on the Black Financial Channel, go subscribe, theblackfinancialchannel.com, THE, that's theblackfinancialchannel.com. We do regular financial updates. Also, don't forget, if you want to learn to buy your first share of stock, I have a free training that you can sign up for right now. Go do it. Do it for your family. Do it for your grandkids. Do it for your children. Do it for yourself. Go to blackmoney100.com, blackmoney100.com. That's where you can get the free training. Don't forget, I'll be in Chicago doing an investment seminar on July 28th. You can go to drboycechicago.com. That's drboycechicago.com. Hit the thumbs up button, share button, and subscribe button. I think my luggage is here. See you soon. Peace.